Tourists are cancelling trips to the United States, but so are the Canadians, elbows up. This is all down to pretty awful policies that have been enforced by a joint signature, with a Sharpie by Donald Trump, the US President. A dum-dum, that is, freaking dum-dum, bloody hell. How stupid can you get? Destroying your tourist industry? It's considered an export. You see, the industry's worth around 180 odd billion. I reckon it's going to go, well, below 160 billion at this rate. He's destroying it, and we've got the summer ahead of you. If it ain't bad enough that the bones keep falling apart and, diving into the sea. And anyway, the 737 Maxes, because they couldn't be bothered to have longer undercarriage to fit the new engines. Oh, anyway, and they use stupid software instead called MyCAS. It's not just that, though, no. It's the fact that people don't feel safe anymore. There's travel advisory warnings by all these countries, including the United Kingdom. And, the European Union member states they've all got travel warnings. So make sure that everything is tickety-boo, that you dotted the I's and crossed the T's, they say. Well, that don't make any bloody difference. You see, this lot on the border, they've got their own set of rules. They make them up as they go along, it seems. They don't even understand or know their own laws, half of them, including many of the actual police, let alone the border officials. And as for ICE and their militia, well, what do they bloody well know? They're just a lot who got pardoned, who decided an insurrection was a great idea because Donald Trump's election was stolen. What the bollocks is that? Well, this is what happens when you ostracise other countries with bad policy, tariffs that nobody can rely on. China's already kicking off. They've only just negotiated a so-called trade deal, and they're saying fuck you again. It just gets from bad to worse, doesn't it? Gets from bad to worse, you see. I'm reading this here in The Independent. It says, tourists are cancelling trips to the US. And here are 3 reasons why. I've just listed one of the major ones that I feel. International travel spending in the United States is projected to fall by around, it says here 12 billion. I read somewhere else it's only 20 billion. So they're saying about 7%. Now, the WTTC CEO, Julia Simpson, said that the unpopular policies from the administration of the President Donald Trump, President Dum-Dum, fear of being stopped at the border. Not be funny. You spent all this money and you don't know if you're going to get in still. Well, fear of being stopped at the border and an unfavourable exchange rate. Never mind being stopped at the border. What about being shoved in a cell somewhere or in a room on a cold floor with all you got is a little foil blanket while you're waiting for them to do their so-called due diligence? Checking you out, are you? Well, it gets from bad to worse, it does. Now, of the 184 countries in the United States... let's get this right again. Alternative destination. Okay, of the 184 countries, the United States is the only one that is seeing an absolute decline in international visitor spending. It's the only one. We're heading for the holiday season. People are going on holiday now. Now. So the US is definitely losing its crown in this area, she says. And the US is the largest travel and tourism economy, and it's worth around 181 billion back in 2024 when he was the President of the United States back then. Oh, I wonder. It wasn't Biden, was it? Oh, I think so. Anyway, there's some respect and some thought for Biden since he has got, prostate cancer and has gone into his bones. Oh, God, how scary is that? Well, in 2024 and 2022, in 2020, I'll get my worms out in a minute. Oh, blimey. Apparently, in India, if you got worms, they make you sit over a bucket of milk, you see, and it draws the worms out. Anyway, that's another story, and probably another channel. Well, so, down from 180 billion in 2024, and 22% down its previous peak in 2019. Now, a strong dollar, which makes the US vacations more expensive, is another reason. This is back in 2024. A strong dollar. What you got now? You got a weak dollar for you travelling abroad, but it also, when it's a strong dollar, regarding travelling to the United States, it made it very expensive. So a strong dollar, which makes US vacations more expensive, caused a decline in foreign travel spending back in 2024, but it's still a downside better than it is now. So in March, Germany updated its US travel advisory to emphasise that a visa or entry waiver does not guarantee entry. You just spent all this money on flights. Hundreds of dollars, maybe 1,000 odd, on flights. Get from Germany to maybe flying, I don't know, Germany or even from Paris, places like that. And you still can't get in. There's still a warning that you're not going to get in. Maybe you're the wrong colour. Maybe you've got a strong accent. Maybe you're not speaking English. I don't know. The rest of the world are putting up signs and getting people to come to see their country. France, for instance, has shifted spending from the big towns or cities, such as Paris and places like that, to the advertising for tourism in the less populated areas, to spread it out amongst the country and spread the money. Brilliant idea. Now, while 90% of the US travel and tourism spending comes from domestic tourists, the Canadian travellers spend 3 times more on US vacations than Americans do. But, elbows up, they're no longer coming. Was it like that? I can't remember. Crikey. It's just all gone, everything's gone tits up, hasn't it? Since Donald Trump and his moobs have gone in the old White House, everything has gone tits up. He's broken it in 4 months. Broken it. How is that even possible? He's done it, though. That he has. Well, oh, dear me. And according to the US Travel Association, that's what they're saying, that they spend more on their vacations on US vacations. They've really screwed themselves. If it's been bad enough for the United States that I don't know, Jack Daniels, for instance, has been taken off the shelves in Canada and other American products. No more Twinkies. Overseas visitors spend 7 to 8 times more than US travellers. You're a tight bunch, aren't you? Now, travel from Canada and Mexico, the largest source of inbound visitors to the United States, is down about 20% a year over the year. An organisation said visitors from British, German, and South Korean travellers are also trending a lot lower. This is what happens, isn't it? You're no longer welcoming. Nobody wants to come. We can see all those crazy, mad people with horns on their heads going on and all that. We all can see what's going on in the United States. It's more of a spectator sport now to go there. That's why you're going there, 'cause you want to see all the crap going on. We'll go to the protests or something. Overall, travel to the United States has fallen more than 12%. Like I said, I saw somewhere else that's they're 20-odd%. So that's what happens, Cut your nose to spite your face. That's what it is. It's like the leopard. It's chewing your face off. Blimey, absolute madness. Anyway, what say you? Elbows up, maybe. Anyway, leave it in the comments down below. Elbows up. Well, if you want to support the channel, you can do a Patreon and buy us a coffee. Links down below. But just boot the old like button and subscribe and stuff. And maybe a little bell icon, because then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. And I know you'd be excited about that. But please share the old videos. The all help I can get. You see, some notifications aren't getting out. And some people have been telling me that, one person in particular said that they're getting about 2 days later than they should be. Well, then it's old news then, you see. It's not very helpful. Not at all. So I could do a bit of help. I could. In more ways than one. Anyway, toodaloo.